Good morning. Try and do this all at the same time. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, hearts and hugs. Good to see you guys. I love that name, by the way. Super fun. Oh, so I can see things better. Good morning. Welcome to Storytime. Kind of new spot. Hopefully it's a little better lit. So we'll see. I feel I'm just waiting for, I know there's someone coming. Hi, Naomi. I want to make sure they're here. Good morning. Hi, Mary Jo. I'm not sure what's going on with that because I know there's other people on there and they can see me. So we're going to figure it out. But I'm glad to see you on the other channel. Hi, Zoe and Reagan. Good morning. All right. Feel free to introduce yourself. I'd love to know who's here. We're going to get started. So I'm going to read this book today. It's called the Snatchabook. Maybe you've heard of this before. I know some of our Beacon people have heard this a bunch because it's one of my favorites. So it's really, really fun. So let's jump in, okay? Let's cover up. Okay. On a dark, dark night in Burrow Down, a rabbit named Eliza Brown found a book and settled down. So there she is, all in her bed, all snuggly, reading that book. Until a Snatchabook flew into town. Do you see where the Snatchabook is? You see what's flying? It's up here, right? I wonder what a Snatchabook is. In every house, in every bed, a bedtime book was being read. See all the little animals in their houses reading those bedtime books? Even over there, there's a little badger. Badger family. Tales of dragons spitting flames, witches playing spooky games, pirates on the seven seas, princesses trying to sleep on peas. And every child in every bed listened hard to each word said. Eliza Brown at number 3 was reading quite contentedly. So that's the story that she's reading. Can you guess what story that is? If we look real close, what do we think? Yeah, maybe it's Red Riding Hood. Her curtains opened, just a chink. She barely had a chance to blink. Her storybook just disappeared. Eliza found that very weird. There she is, very surprised that all of a sudden her book is just gone. The little owls on Mommy's lap were quite surprised to hear a tap against her bedroom window glass. Tap, tap, the noise came really fast. Before they'd even looked around, the book was gone without a sound. So here's another family with their book just gone. The wind blew wild across the sky. The smallest squirrel heard a cry. What's that? She whispered to her dad. But then, and this was really bad, before they'd had a chance to look, she'd lost her very favorite book. So here's this is a bigger book. I'm having trouble here. Our squirrel family. Can you see? Can you find the Snatchabook in this picture? Do you see it? I think it's over the moon right there. It's like carrying one of the books. And so it went, night after night. Books disappeared from left and right. 5 books here and 6 books there. The shelves began to look quite bare. They're all so sad about their books being missing. In Burrow Down, the rumor spread of book thieves under every bed. Eliza Brown at number 3 was keen to solve the mystery. So there's their rumors of book thieves under every bed. And then we have Eliza who's going to solve it. She's going to figure it out. She planned one night to lie in wait and use a pile of books as bait. Long hours passed without a peep. She'd nearly fallen fast asleep, when suddenly Eliza heard a flap of wings. A bat? A bee. Eliza thought, "You don't scare me." And yet her heart was beating fast. She'd have to face the thief at last. She's being very brave, huh? Even though she's scared, she's going to stick with it. She threw the window open wide and shouted to the thing outside, "Stop stealing all our books right now. Just give them back. I don't care how." There's the night she's yelling to. "I'm sorry," came a little voice. "I really am. I had no choice." Eliza looked down in surprise. She couldn't quite believe her eyes. "So who are you? What's your name?" You see how little the Snatchabook is? The creature hung its head in shame. He mumbled with a mournful look, "I'm just a little Snatchabook." Eliza nodded solemnly. She sat the creature on her knee. "You can't just come and help yourself to every book on every shelf." You see, her bookshelves are still empty. A tear rolled from the creature's eye, and softly he began to cry. "I know it's wrong, but can't you see? I have no one to read to me." Eliza sighed. He looked so sad. If he just had a mom or dad to read him stories every night, well, then he might behave all right. Let's see how sad our little Snatchabook looks. That very night, they hatched a plan. And so the Snatchabook began to give back all the books he'd picked. Eliza Brown was very strict. Then, trying hard to prove himself, he stacked them neatly on each shelf. So they're working together to put all the books back. And when he'd made his full amends, Eliza called on all her friends and told them how he'd worked all night to turn a wrong into a right. So there's all the people in the town. Eliza is telling them about what happened. And now each night in Burrow Down, as darkness falls upon the town, in every house, in every bed, a bedtime book is being read. We're back to reading those bedtime stories. And look, Badger family, back to it also. And if you take a closer look, you might just see the Snatchabook, perched happily on someone's bed, listening hard to each word said. Can you find the Snatchabook in the picture? Is it sitting behind the bunny on the pillow? Yeah. There's our Snatchabook putting the books back. And that's our story. I thought that was really fun to read out loud. It sounds really fun when you do it too. And one of the things I thought that you might be willing to do today, I don't know how the weather is where you are, but where I am, it is very rainy and cold. And so I'll be staying inside. But I'm wondering if you have a favorite book that's your favorite bedtime book. And I'm wondering if you could read it to your grown-ups today. How fun would that be? So if you could read it to your grown-ups today, either right now or sometimes during the daytime or tonight when you go to bed, I thought that would be pretty fun. And so maybe take a look at all your books and see which one is your very, very favorite and share it with your grown-up as if you were the grown-up reading. And they can help you with that too because they're very helpful and loving people. But go find your favorite book. Share it with your grown-ups today, maybe at lunchtime, maybe in the afternoon, maybe at bedtime. It's up to you. And we'll see you tomorrow at 9:30 for more stories, okay? I love you guys so much. Have a good day. I'll see you later.